Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Alison, and this is my show, Devotional Hearts. My channel is called A Devotional Heart. My guests are my devotional hearts who share about their love for Christianity, and I learned so much from them. They're not all Orthodox, most of them are. But anyway, today I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I have coming up, who I have on the schedule to be interviewed, and I'll recap the last 3 videos that I've posted in case you've missed them. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to review a few books for you. So I want to try to do these videos once a week or so and keep you guys in the loop so you know what's going on. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you get the notifications when my videos go live, because I participate in the chat and it's a really fun community. I just want to thank my moderators and all my friends who've been showing up for these YouTube premieres. They're usually around 5 PST on Tuesdays and then Thursdays or Fridays, but the schedule can vary. So if you subscribe, you won't miss anything. So I highly recommend that. And thank you, of course, for sharing my videos with your friends. My audience of women inquiring into Orthodoxy is growing. I have a Telegram chat group that you can join if you're a woman and you're baptized or not, you're just curious about Orthodoxy. And you can join that by sending me a message on Telegram. Look for Devotional Heart, or if you're on Instagram, that's even better. Look for A Devotional Heart with a dot in between each word. So first I want to let you know that tonight, so today is October 28th, and tonight at 5 PST, 8 EST, I will be in the chat on my friend Nick's channel. It's The Green Feathers, and I'll put the link in the description because it's kind of hard to find. There's several green feathers, so it doesn't always come up right away. But we just finished an 1.5-hour interview for his channel, and he is great. He's so supportive. He's been sharing my videos with his audience, and definitely check out his videos. He's a father, he's a catechumen, and he's a homesteading husband. He's a super interesting guy, and I'm going to have him on my show probably near the end of November to talk about his experience as a father and as Roman Catholic converting to Orthodoxy. And we'll talk about a lot of things because the guy is super smart. So I hope you can come and join us in the chat tonight. And let's see. So tomorrow I have Kevin Hughes, and I will post that at 5 p.m. Tomorrow's Friday, the 29th. I'll be posting that interview at 5 PST. So join us in the chat for that. And he's a very interesting guy. I'm actually just getting to know him. I don't have that much to say. Let's just say it's going to be a really good interview. But he is on Instagram, and I'll put the link to his Instagram in the description of this video so you can check him out, see what he's all about. But definitely come to the premiere tomorrow if you can. And then next week, I will be off all week until Thursday the 4th, and I have Tristan from Primal Edge Health. So cool that he agreed to be on my show. He has a huge audience, so I'm really surprised. I mean, he seems like a busy guy, but he's super willing to be on my show. So you probably all know who he is. He was a vegan, and he is an Orthodox Christian father, husband, and he talks a lot about health, healthy lifestyle, permaculture, and like homesteading, things like that on his channel. Globalism. Well, one of the big things he talks about is the globalist agenda and current events. We'll just leave it at that. And then on the 5th, I have a lovely Orthodox woman that I met on Instagram. Her name's Yulia, and I'll put her Instagram link in the description as well. I don't know if it's public or not, but I guess you'll find out, and then you'll get to know her next week on Friday. So Thursday and Friday, the 4th and 5th, mark your calendars for 5 PST for the premieres of those interviews. Now I would like to remind you or review my last 3 videos to kind of get you interested enough to watch them if you haven't already. The one I did a day or 2 ago, let's see, I guess it was Tuesday. So 2 days ago, her name is Mia, but it's Mia H to kind of keep her separate from Mia N. As you know, Mia N is my Finnish friend who was my coaching client and is now like my best friend. We've done 3 videos about our experiences coming out of the new age and accepting Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, and how that has totally transformed our lives. And this next one that we're going to do, part 4, which is not scheduled yet, but I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be about the New Age to Jesus testimonies that we've been watching for the last several months, and we've watched hundreds of them. We're going to be breaking it down and just kind of sharing the similarities, some of the differences, but mostly the similarities in these testimonies. It's just fascinating what happens in people's lives when they reject New Age thinking and idolization of themselves and other gods, and then devote their lives to God and Jesus Christ, and how their life transforms. It's just so inspiring. So we're going to be giving examples and just giving our own perspective while we're watching these testimonies, how so many similarities to these people's lives are totally apparent to us as we're watching. It's really, really interesting. So I don't know when that's going to be. And then, okay, so Mia H, she has a blog called Ortho Life, and she is recently married. She's young, in her 20s, and her husband was Western Christian his whole life. And she tells the story of how he converted recently to Eastern Orthodox. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful story. She is so wise, so humble, so God loving, God fearing. She's going to be an amazing mom. You'll love her. I've gotten so many comments and already has almost 400 views, only being 2 days old. She's just lovely. And I'm really excited to have more Orthodox women on my show to share about, their love for God and just what it's like to be a woman in the faith. I think it's a really important topic, and I don't feel that enough YouTube channels are really talking about it. So share with a woman in your life, maybe even a new age woman. I don't know. It's up to you who you share my content with, but I do intend to grow the channel content to be more focused on femininity, marriage, or preparing for marriage. If you're not married, you'll for sure find something helpful, I hope. I want to talk more about softening the heart, what it means to disengage ourselves from the conditioning of the society that tells us that as women, we need to, compete with men, get a job, hustle. And, I feel like with the things that have happened in the last 2 years in the world, there's so many people who are now turning away from worldly things and having more of a focus on, what's really, really important. And so I hope my channel can play a tiny little role in that. And I hope that there's some inspiration found for you here, for you and your friends and family. So definitely, Mia, you'll love it. I just hope that everyone watching right now has either already watched her interview or will watch after this. And then before Mia let's see, I think the day before, Monday, I posted my interview with Doorman 360. His name is Gabe. He is pretty well known in the orthosphere. He doesn't have a channel. He just comments a lot on a lot of the ortho bro channels. And I just found him very intriguing. So I asked him to be on my show, and we talked about so many things. First, we talked about his life leading up to orthodoxy. We talked about his conversion. We talked about his icons that he had on the wall behind him. He brings them and shares about the archangels, Michael and Gabriel, and some of the saints that he has included on his icon corner. And what else did we talk about? He was a Freemason. He was a Roman Catholic, an intellectual, a radical, not conservative. He was like a sorry, my mind is blank right now. Let's see what I wrote. It was only a few days ago, but Seventh-day Adventist. He was an atheist, libertarian. Sorry, that was the word I was looking for. And he got into Jordan Peterson and Jonathan Pageau, took psychedelics. I mean, I'm telling you, this story is pretty cool. And the way he tells the story, he just has a really great personality, and we had a lot of fun. It's like an hour and a half interview. So highly recommend. And then before him, I did part 3 of New Age to Christianity with Mia Nanonen, my beautiful Finnish friend. And I've had John Pro, Jerry from Exposing Powerful Lies. So if you haven't caught up on the videos, that is what I have in store for you on my playlist. And don't forget, I have a recommended videos list as well. I try to add something new on there at least once a week. So be sure to check that out. And I'm going to take a sip of water. Excuse me. So now I'd like to share a few books with you. These are not Orthodox books. However, they might be helpful for a friend or family member who is either a relativist, a non-believer, a new ager, into Eastern mysticism. You might even enjoy reading these. I don't know, but definitely keep them in mind as gifts for someone in your life who shows interest. Don't like just like send this to a new ager. They're not going to like that. But if they're questioning their beliefs or having some doubts about panentheism, relativism, all the isms, they have a sincere desire for truth and want to know the history, for example, the history of the New Age, how it all started, who started it, and why. This is the book for them. And it's by Stephen Bancarz and Josh Peck. Stephen Bancarz was a New Ager for many years. He had a huge following, was making tons of money on his YouTube channel, promoting New Age ideas and beliefs, and then had an experience with Jesus Christ, devoted his life to him. And after that revelation, his entire life changed, and he took down all of his New Agey content, and he's now an apologist for Jesus Christ. And I mean, that took place over a period of several years. And so, as I said, he's not Orthodox, and I don't want to identify his denomination. So I'm not going to do that, but he is a Western Christian, but it's still a great book. And then this one is The Light That Was Dark by Warren Smith, and he's a minister. He is he's written other books. He's on YouTube. He has his lectures on there about how he got out of the New Age, and it's an amazing story. He was a follower of Eastern mysticism. So he had a guru and he was doing like Reiki type healings and things like that for many, many years. And he and his wife, and they both converted to Christianity at the same time after they experienced a lot of demonic interference once they put a Bible in their bedroom. Yeah, the demons were not happy. So he describes what happened, and highly recommend. And it's a fun read. It's really easy. It's just like a story that he tells. It's not, it's not like Stephen's book, which is a lot of references and facts and history and stuff like that. This is just a personal account of his transformation out of Eastern mysticism into Christianity. The next one I want to talk about is called Relativism, Feet Firmly Planted in Midair. It's by Francis Beckwith and Gregory Koukl, who also is the author of my next book. And if you have someone in your life who doesn't even know what relativism is, I mean, I didn't know what it was. I was a relativist for my entire life until 2 years ago, not knowing that I was a relativist, because I didn't think there was anything wrong with thinking that each person has their own truth and we're all just following our own truth. There's no objective truth. I mean, I didn't even have those words in my head. I wouldn't particularly have told someone that I didn't believe in objective truth. I just, being a relativist, I didn't even think about it. So it's a great book. Also helps you if you're not a relativist, but people who are. It really helps you in your communication, your conversations with them, as you help them understand how relativism is self-defeating. It doesn't stand on anything. And in our school systems, we're not taught to think critically. So we depend on books like this to help us untrain ourselves, decondition ourselves from the ideas that are so prevalent in our world. So, as I said, it's the same author who wrote this book. It's called Tactics, a game plan for discussing your Christian convictions. And I'm not quite finished with it. I have about 20 pages to go. It's heavily highlighted because it's so, so good. And, a lot of Christians even believe that there are many paths to God. And this book helps you ask that person the kind of questions that are going to make him or her think about, well, where did you get that idea that there are many paths to God? Oh, well, all religions pretty much are saying the same thing, love one another, be a good person. Oh, really? Okay. So what you're saying is that all religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, and Christianity, the main ones, are all saying this, and Judaism, that they're all teaching the same thing. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you think? And then they say, yeah. And then you can, from there, help guide them and educate them and tell them, actually, that's not true. They're not saying the same thing. All four of those religions are saying something very, very different. So to say that all paths lead to God, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't, Christianity is exclusive by nature. It's an exclusive religion. And I read today that 25% of Christians believe in reincarnation. And that really surprised me. And that was several years ago. But, it's because of people like Oprah Winfrey saying she's a Christian and then promoting authors and books and ideas that are anti-Christian. That's just one example of why we end up with Christians having female ministers, believing that all paths lead to the same place, having new agey type concepts filter into their church. Anyway, it's a topic that I'm really interested in, but that I'm not an authority on. So I'm not going to speak about that much more than I have just now. But if you have any comments, on that topic, I welcome them on anything I've said today, anything I've shared, anything you see, any of the books you happen to see, such as Esoteric Hollywood on this side. I have, oh, wrong side. Orthodoxy and Religion of the Future. This is the book I'm constantly recommending to everyone. If you haven't read it, please buy it right now. Father Seraphim Rose, he will one day be a saint, I hope. He's already considered a saint in Russia, where he's actually more popular than he was in his own home country. But that could change because more and more people are reading this. Just really good for people coming out of the New Age, discovering Orthodoxy. It's fascinating. I'm going to read it again, and we love Father Seraphim Rose. So bless his memory. So as you can see, I'm a little bit wired from my interview. I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you all for being subscribers, or maybe just discovering me for the first time and making it to the end of this video. Thank you. And I'll see you soon. Hopefully, if you're watching this on October 28th, I hope to see you at 5 PST, which is only in 3 hours. And I'll put the link to Green Feather's channel in the description so you can join us over there. Oh, and check out my interview if you want to with Michael Cisco. I was on the Michael Cisco show when I was still sick. So I have not posted that video to this channel because when I watched it back, I wasn't that happy with it, to be honest, because I wasn't feeling well. I felt like I was answering the questions in a very vague manner, and it's not my intention at all. My mind was just spaced out. I had postponed that interview so many times that I didn't feel like it was fair to Michael to do it again. It was taking me so long to feel better. And I think I'm like coughing in the interview. It just wasn't good. And I'm hoping to have him on my show. Please message him and tell him that I would like him to reply to me and tell me when he can be on my show. So, I mean, don't say it like that. Just say that you hope that he'll be a guest on my show, because I think he'd be a really great guest. So anyway, that's it for now. And God bless you all. I love you, care about you all so much. And God bless your families too. Okay.